Greeting everyone. Welcome to our Saturday afternoon practice. I greet you with this symbol, this universal symbol, this hand gesture, which is not a religious symbol. It's actually common in many cultures. It symbolizes respect, humility, and most important of all, gratitude. Some of you are recognized. Some of you come to both the morning class and the afternoon class, which I assume that you are from North America. Because you're in Europe, it's easy to attend. If you're in Europe, it's easy to attend the evening class, morning class, and if you're in Asia, it's easy to attend the afternoon class. But to be able to attend both, I'm assuming that you're from North America like I am. So when it comes to the evening, it's a little bit more easy to be spiritual. Morning is different. Can you hear me now, Josh? So I wanted to remind myself of all the things that I'm grateful for. In particular, this body. I want to observe this body, starting from where I'm sitting, slowly up the spine. I want to straighten up the spine, open the shoulder, relax the shoulder, lean back the forehead, tuck in the chin. So the top of my head, the 100th meeting point, is aligned with the bottom of my torso, upper torso. I'm now aligned with the earth magnetic field pointing to the universe. I want to observe my mind, trying to focus my mind on my body. At the same time, very grateful for my existence, both my materiality and my mentality. I want to focus on my wrist. And as I do my warm-up exercise, my joint exercise, I want to observe the change in my wrist. What we call the four elements. The solidity, which is the earth element, the wind, the water, and the fire. Now put down your hand. Open your shoulder, straighten up your spine. Very slowly bring up your elbow. At all times, very grateful for our existence, the fact that we have a body, the fact that for some of us might not be as healthy as we used to be, but we're at least able to come to this meeting, practice together, go the other way. Again, focus on the elbow. Observe the change in the elbow. Any pain, any numbness, any heat, any sweat. Put down your hands. Open your shoulder, very relaxed. Very slowly open your shoulder. Bring it all the way up. Stretch, hold, and then recalibrate. Make sure that as we come down, our mind stays with the hand. So in Chinese, the center of the palm is also called the heart. So our heart is following the heart. Come down as we're touching the walls, mindful of a hand and a shoulder. Stretch, come down. Now we're going to do it the other way. Open again, observe a shoulder, calm a mind, anchor a mind onto a body. Open, stretch, hold, and come down. All this time relaxing, stretch, hold, and come down. Hang on just 1 second. I forgot. Let me just check my camera. Make sure that I'm in focus. Just 1 second. There you go. Okay. Now we're going to continue. Sit up straight, open our shoulder, relax our shoulder. Put our hands in front, bring it all the way up. And as we bring it back as much as we can. We feel the pain in the shoulder, but try to embrace that pain. Don't try to reject it. It's part of your body. Open, feel the pain. And then now start from the back. Come up. Stretch. And come down. We talk about the materiality, the body. The chi is probably part of your physical presence. And your mind, which is your mentality. And the pain is actually a good connection between the two. Up and down, relax, open the shoulder. Double blade, holding the left hand stationary, very slow, very relaxed. Open the shoulder, feel the pain, all the way to the left. Holding the right hand stationary, make a big circle in the front. Feel the pain. Come back to the right. Again. To the left. One more time. Very slowly. To the right. Very slowly. To the left. Now put your hands down. Relax. Completely relax. Now we're going to do the next one called throwing the fist. This time we really have to anchor our mind onto our body. This is actually the meditation, but it's a dynamic form of meditation. Open the shoulder. Our mind goes to our right hand, invite our right hand, form a fist. The mind follows the fist up. As you bring the hand down, bring back your mind. Transfer your mind from the right to the left. Again, observing your fist. Right. Come back. Give it to the left, right arm. Up. Come back. Up. Come back. One hand at a time. Down. Down. Up. Up. The mind stays with the hand. Down. Down. Now open the shoulders, sit upright, 2 hands, 1. Follow the hand, bring it back, 2, bring it back, 3, bring it back, 4, bring it back, 5, bring it back. We went from a wrist to an elbow to a shoulder. We're just about getting ready to do our neck, relaxing our shoulder and the neck. Take your shoulder, very slowly bring it up all the way to your ear. Open that shoulder, make a circle. Open that shoulder, feel the stress between your shoulder, right below your neck. Second time, bring it all the way up. Make a circle. Open that shoulder, bring it back all the way down. One last time, bring it up, relax, completely relax, and bring it down. We talk about relaxation. Everybody talks about relaxation. So when you work too hard, you take a vacation. And everybody knows that you're more stressful after the vacation than is before. So what's the point? What is the point of vacation when vacation is more work than work itself? Why do we need to relax anyway? Because our body is not built for 24/7 stress. Back in the days when we were living in a cave, we were under stress other than our spouse. It's a small cave, you know. We're under stress when we're hunting, or we're running away from an animal. When our autonomous nervous system takes over, it's not even under control of our brain. When we sense danger, the entire body goes into survival mode, something that we call the fight or flight. That should only last a couple hours at most, probably one day out of the week. The rest of the time we should be relaxed. So what are we doing now? Well, we are under stress all the time. And when we're not supposed to be under stress, we're under even more stress. So what's up with that? It's very simple. You can stress, the body react to it, but the body doesn't know how to shut off. There's no off button. Just because you're not going to work, you're sitting by the beach, does not mean that you're not under stress, because your autonomous system takes over. I'm a diabetic. I'm working on it. And one of my problems is that I could be fasting for 16 hours. I could eat my lunch and stop eating until breakfast time. And during the middle of the night, my glucose goes up. It just goes up. I'm not eating. Where does it come from? It comes from my liver. Why does my liver put out glucose? Because my kidney tells it to. Why does my kidney do that? Because it sends danger. Because I'm under stress when I'm even sleeping. So it puts out glucose thinking you need it. So how do you turn that off? It's autonomous. But there's another autonomous called the parasympathetic nerve. How do you turn that one on? Turns out that you can turn that one on by some exercise, some particular kind of exercise. And what we just did is the beginning of that. When we get to the end, we start to do abdominal breathing. That's when you turn on the parasympathetic nerve. That's really relaxing. Okay, so we'll continue with this exercise. We're going to work on the neck now. Sit upright. Put our hands in the back of our head. Bring your heads down. And bring it down. Feel the stress on your neck. Feel the stress on your back. Make sure your back is straight. We're going to rotate to the left. And we're going to rotate to the right. Back to the left again. And back to the right. Come back in the middle. And relax. Sit up straight. Head's pointing to the sky. Right hand. Okay, try to pull the head towards the right, maintaining the posture. Relax. Do the same thing. Try to pull it to the left. And relax. Lean back. Go to the right. All the way around. Clockwise. And now counterclockwise. And relax. What we're doing ultimately to find a way to relax is to go back to finding the harmony within ourselves. The harmony is about the yin and the yang. All things in the universe have yin and yang. Because we live in a solar system, everything is influenced, affected by the sun. The tide, our body, both the planet that we live on and the body are 75%, 70% water. As much as the sun affects the tide, it affects us. And at night, when we're not seeing the sun, we're affected by the absence of the sun. And when we're under stress, we have hormonal imbalance in the body. We start to exhibit metabolic disorder, and then we start to have diseases. Things like diabetes, like I do, high blood pressure, fatty acid, cholesterol, constipation, thyroid disorder, unable to sleep at night, all that. I mean, there's just a whole long list of metabolic disorder. It all comes from the fact that we're constantly in the yang state, the sympathetic state, and not enough time in the yin state, the parasympathetic state. Always fight or flight, never rest and digest. So it creates an imbalance in us. And so this exercise, going from the joint and now to clearing the blockage of the qi, is to try to find that harmony again, trying to find that balance again. And once you attain that balance and harmony, the body will heal itself. All animals, all species are capable of self-healing. You don't believe me? Take your dog to the park and unleash him. They disappear. And then when they come back from the bushes, they have a mouthful of grass. They're looking for the medicine. They know how to heal. We all know how to heal. We just have to let it. It can heal if we can maintain this harmony between the yin and the yang. So our body has this energy in us. Half of them are yin, half of them are yang. The yang ones are the one that is exposed to the sun. The yin one are the one that is hidden from the sun. Turns out our body is very symmetric, left and right, up and down. So half of those energy lines, 6 of them originate from the finger. The other half originated from the toes. These are called secondary energy line. They all come together in these 2 primary energy line. Actually, the primary energy line comes first. So when we're inside a mother's womb, as a fetus, we start to develop these organs. In the Chinese tradition, they divide it into 12 critical organs. 6 of them are yin organs. Those are the ones that you must have. The rest, you don't need it right yet because your mother can provide it. The six yin organs are the heart, the pericardium, the lung, the splint, the liver, and the kidney. Those are yin energy lines. They all start here. They're all here. Okay? So when the baby is inside the mother's womb, this is how the energies develop. That's why you see the same line appear on the mother's belly, which disappear after the baby is born. It's a reflection of the energy of the fetus. The rest of them, the other 6, the yang energy lines, they're in the back, exposed to the sun. Eventually, they have to get developed too. The intestines, the small and the large, something called the triple focus or triple warmer. Then the gallbladder, the stomach, and then the bladder. They're secondary. I mean, they're second phase. The first phase is the yin, second phase is the yang. But the yang is also a protector for the yin. So now we're going to work on these energy lines, creating harmony. We're going to work on the one that originated from the fingers first. We're going to work on the fingers because it is actually the weakest link of the chain. Okay? When you have people who suffer diabetes, you're very conscious of what happens to your body. You start to itch a lot. People who have severe diabetic problem, they have wounds in the fingertips and the toes that wouldn't heal because the qi is blocked there. And so we're going to work on the qi starting with the fingertips. Open the shoulder. All the fingers pointing forward. Focus on the 4 fingers. Hold down the 4 fingers with your thumb. Pretend that the 4 fingers are the springs. Wind up the springs and let them explode. Okay? Now lock your elbow. Get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to continue. Open the shoulder. Review the energy point here, called the gate to the cloud. closing the middle finger and the thumb, which are two energy lines. Put the what we call the lotus hand on the gate of the clouds. Sit up straight. Get ready. 1, the back of the hand facing the camera. 2, feel the vibration coming back to the shoulder. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. Now, we're going to continue to work on the energy line. This time, we're going to work on the yin energy line, what's called the conception energy line. If I had to do the translation, I prefer to call it the gestation energy line. And then later on, after that, we're going to work on the back, which translates into the governing energy line. Again, if I were to do the translation, I would rather call it the mentoring energy line or the protector energy line. The back coincides with the spine. The front is a little more subtle. We actually have to exercise all the internal organs. How do you exercise all the internal organs all at once? Well, it turns out that outside of the organ, there are these connected tissues like the casing on the sausage, and they're all connected. In fact, the Chinese believe that all of these connected tissues consist of one organ. That's why they assign an energy line to it, called the triple warmer or the triple focus. It's the yang energy line that corresponds to the heart line, and it travels on top of your hand right between the bone. So we're going to learn to exercise this connected tissue by using a diaphragm when we do deep breathing. As you move the diaphragm, you start to exercise all the internal organs. Okay? So sit up straight, relax, open your shoulder, relax some more. Put your hands together, lock the fingers. Put it right below the belly button, something that we call Dan Tan. Dan means fire, Tan means feel. In fact, this is called the lower Dan Tan. The brain is the upper Dan Tan. In the middle is the middle Dan Tan. So as we breathe, mindful of a breath going from the lower to the middle to the upper Dan Tan, all the way from the belly button all the way to the nose, okay? Focus on your nose, sit up straight, take a deep breath, very slow, very steady. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now as you come down, unlock your fingers, maintain stress on your wrist so that you're stretching the upper part, which is the triple warmer. Okay, now come down. As you're climbing the mountain, there are two huge rocks next to you, and you just want to climb on top of it. Relax. Again, take a deep breath. Breathe out. Unlock your fingers, and then climb on top of those two big rocks, okay? You feel the stress here, right? One last time, breathe in. Breathe out, and climb the mountain. Now we're going to stretch the back. The back is the governing vessel. All the way up. Stretch. Lean back. Come back to the middle. Stretch the spine all the way to the left. Come back to the middle. Stretch some more all the way to the right. Come back to the middle, all the way to the left. Come back to the middle, all the way to the right. And come back to the middle. Unlock your fingers, leaving your right arm on top, touching your left shoulder. Lean back the forehead so the top of your head is facing the sky, putting pressure on your right shoulder. Now grab the right elbow, go to the left, stretch, and come back the other way. Stretch, and come back. Relax. Open your shoulder again. Sit up straight. We're going to bring the two hands together, put it at the bottom of your spine. Sit upright. Relax. Turn your hands so the fingers are pointing up. Now very slowly bring up your hand. Okay? Okay, that's enough. Now sit upright. Open that shoulder and hold it. And relax. Now observe your mind. Observe your heart. Your heart is pumping. Let it settle. Let your mind settle. Now we're going to continue with this very cardio. Huh? It's very good for your heart. Now bring your left hand so that the palm is facing the sky. Right hand between the fingers and the palm. Bring your hands down gently. Focus on your elbow. Push the elbow. Push all the way out. As if you're going to break that elbow. Now eyes looking at the camera. Focus on the elbow and use the elbow to push up your hand. Push. Don't loosen that elbow. Keep it locked. All the way up. Very slowly. All the way up. Push. Push all the way up to the eyebrow. Keep pushing. And relax. The other side. Bring it down. Push the elbow. Push all the way. Eyes looking forward. Bring it all the way up. All the way up. All the way up. All the way up. Keep pushing. Hold it. Hold it. And relax. Once again, observe our heart. Heart is pounding right now. Relax. Completely relax. Your heart is pounding because we just stretch all the energy points that are associated with the heart, the lung, and the pericardium. Starting with the fingers all the way up to your shoulder. Okay? Very good exercise. You don't even need to break a sweat. It's as good as running around the block. Now we're going to come to the third part. The first part is about joint. The second part is about stretching the energy line. And then now the third part is about energizing these important energy points. So the Chinese, they don't think, they observe the body and they have these 12 secondary lines. They actually have 8 primary energy lines, but only 2 of them are easily accessible, which is the one in the front and the back. There's more, but usually you have to be very, very experienced to really work on those. And together there are something in the order of 365. It actually started as 365 energy points associated with different energy lines. So we're going to work on those. We're going to feel those, okay? That will help with improving your health. So open the shoulder. On the very top, there's an energy point called the well on the shoulder. It's part of the gallbladder energy line. Right below that is back to a friend, gate to the cloud. So we're going to turn our head to the right, invite a right hand, forming what is called empty hand. Put the fingers on top and the palm on the side. Maintaining the empty hand. Listen with the left ear. Wake up and concentrate. Concentrate. Now turn to the left. Invite the left hand, empty hand. Put that on the right shoulder. Listen with the right ear. Wake up. Concentrate. Next, we're going to work on the heart energy line, which is the emotional part of the heart, not the physical part of the heart. The physical part of the heart is the pericardium. The emotional, the moody part of the heart is the finger, which travels up all the way to the armpit before it goes in. It actually goes into the what's called the thymus gland. Right? We call that the fountain of youth. Open the shoulder, lift up a right arm, put the elbow on top of the head, pinching the right ear, upper part of the right ear, straighten up our head, so we're putting pressure on the armpit. Invite a right hand, empty hand, wake up, and concentrate. And the other side. Left hand, wake up, and concentrate. We're going to continue to work on upper body, back to elbow, a friend. Lift up our left hand, lock the elbow, right hand, empty hand, put the fingers on top and the palm on the side, covering 3 energy points, all 3 yin lines, the heart, the pericardium, and the lung. Listen with the left ear, wake up, and continue. Now to the right, lock your elbow, left hand, empty hand. Listen with your right ear, wake up, empty hand, okay? Okay, that's for the 6 energy lines from your finger. Now we're going to work on the 6th energy line from your toe. The most important one is actually the one that's named after the gallbladder, the bladder, which travels in the back of the body facing the sun. Particularly in the back, it actually comes up and then splits into 2, so it's 4 energy lines, lots of energy points. So during the Olympic, you will see a lot of athletes with circular marks in the back. This is something called a cupping. It relaxes them. It actually gives them some energy. It serves many purposes. So they're actually working on the energy points associated with the back, associated with the bladder energy line. Sit up straight. Take your right hand, the center of your palm. Go as far back as you can. This is there are 2 energy points there that are related to the lung. Okay, they're the energy points on the bladder energy line to protect the lung. Then similarly, take your left hand, use the back of the hand, goes all the way around to the kidney. That's the energy point of the bladder energy line that protects the kidney and the adrenal. Now think of yourself as a vertical windmill, okay? Relax. Okay, now we're going to work on the feet. Okay, we're going to work on the feet. So bring out your feet, bring out your leg. Okay, now the outside faces the sun, that's where the yang energy lines are. The inside away from the sun, that's where the yin energy lines are. Above the knee is an energy line that has to do with the liver. Its counterpart is the gallbladder, the protector. Below the knee is the splint. Its protector is the stomach. Okay. All right. So we'll first work on the upper part. Take 3 points. Concentrate. Get ready. Go. Now move towards your hip. Get ready. Go. Okay, now move towards your knee, but before your knee, okay? Get ready, go. Listen, okay? Listen with your ear. Feel your body, feel your fist, okay? Now close your knee. We're going to work on the outside, which is the gallbladder energy line, which actually we already work on it. It's on top of the shoulder, and then it travels on the side all the way to the little toe, okay? All the way to one of the toe. Now outside, we're going to pick 2 energy points. Start with the one closer to your hip. Now move towards your knee. Get ready. Go. Now move towards your knee. There's actually no energy points on the knee, but most of us who suffer from arthritis, this will provide some pain relief. Get ready. Go. Now stay with the knee, feel the bone, move down until you're just outside of the bone. So this is called the yin. This is the spring at the bottom of the heel on the yin, on the yang side. Okay, get ready, go. Now stay here. Move down another fist. Okay? Now, and then go to the front. You feel the bone. Come back until you don't feel the bone. Okay? Now, this is actually the energy line, the yang energy line for the stomach. And together with the one before is very common acupuncture points. They are to improve your immunity. Okay? Get ready? Go. Okay, now move back to the side. So we're back to the gallbladder line again. go down to the middle. Get ready, go. Okay, now go all the way down to the ankle. Measure 4 fingers. And then from the side, get ready, go. Okay, now go inside the knee. Get ready, go. Okay, now again, same thing. From the knee, feel the bone, go down until you don't feel the bone anymore. Again, that's the spring at the bottom of the heel on the inside. So we're going to hit it from inside out. Okay, get ready, go. This is the splint now. Okay, above the knee is the liver. Now it's a splint. Okay, now go to the middle. Okay, now stay there. Stay there. We're now at the side of the leg, right? So same location, but now from the back of the leg, in the middle of your calf. So it's a little harder to do. Now this one is back to the gallbladder line. This particular point is very, very important. It's actually a good point. A lot of times they use this point if you have any kind of metabolic disorder. This is a good point. Okay, from the back. Okay, now the other side, the back of the calf, right? Okay, now one last point. Go to the ankle again. Measure 4 fingers up from the inside out. Okay, so I developed this in taking care of my parents. One of the big problems with older people as they go in and out of the hospital, it happens a lot, is that once they lie down in the bed, their circulation is really bad, and so their feet get swollen. Their arthritis acts up because they're not exercising anymore, and they have constipation, again because of lack of exercise. It's very, very tough, and the doctor try to do all kinds of things. They put them on apparatus to pump the legs, to give them laxative. They give them painkillers for the arthritis. It's awful. And so I developed, and then when they finally strong enough to get out of hospital, and they're very weak when they get out of hospital, then they put them on physical therapy as if they're a 27-year-old. So I usually, by that time, I usually just say, no, let me do that. So I developed this technique I call it the chi therapy. It's to really improve the circulations. I particularly use that on my mom, and she used to suffer from arthritis. I mean, I couldn't buy her patches fast enough, and now she doesn't use them. She forgot that she has arthritis. She used to have swollen feet, gone, right? So this exercise is good. So we continue. You feel a little tingling on your toe because you're improving circulation. So let's look at the toe. We have 5 of them. Turns out that we have 5 energy lines that originate from the toe. So we're going to take the edge of our thumb, massage that in between the toes, starting with the big toe, which is the splint. Then move along, one at a time, and come back to the big toe. Now use 2 hands, massage the toe. Okay, as you get old, your feet get cold because circulation again. So you want to improve your circulation by massaging your toe. Now, use 2 hands, 2 thumbs, massage the toe one at a time on the inside, on the edge, one side versus the other. So use 1 thumb, massage this side, and then use the thumb, massage that side. Very, very good therapy for your parents or your elderlies. Take the same next one, massage one side. Now go to the other side, on the edge, okay? One at a time, very patient. One at a time. And the last one. Well, do that on the right, top of the feet, in between the toes, one at a time. And then now move back to the big toe. Sometimes it hurts. Actually, all the time it hurts when you do that. So just be careful. Hurt, not like physical hurt, it's a different kind of hurt. Okay, now use 2 hands, massage the toes all together. Now use both thumbs, one edge, the other edge. One edge, the other edge. One at a time, okay? One at a time. Very patient. Okay, now we're done with massaging. We're going to do acupressure. We're going to start at the bottom of feet. Remember we talked about the 5 energy line that start with the toe. The remaining one starts in the middle of your, or at the bottom of the feet. That's the kidney, the most important energy line. So cover up your toe, measure 1/3 of the way down. Massage it with both thumbs. And now take the knuckle and really, really work on that. It's going to hurt. Now we're going to move up from this gushing spring. The first one, along the arch, just move up and work on that. That's an energy line that corresponds to the splint. Actually, my pronunciation is not getting better. It's just that you're more used to it. Okay, now hold on to that point. Move down the arch until you hit the heel. Come back about 1 thumb. Okay? And work on that. That's your kidney again. Kidney is very, very important. Okay, now another one. Put your thumb, anchor it on the ankle, and just go down right here. Work on that. Okay, now go back to your angle. Measure 4 fingers, touching the bone, and about 1 inch down. This is called the 3 yin meet. Okay, and this one hurts. This is where the energy, all the yin and the energy line meets here. Okay, now back to the right. Massage the bottom of your feet, the gushing spring. Use the knuckle. Now hold on to the gushing spring. Come up to the arch. Work on that. Okay, now move along the arch until you hit the heel. Measure 1 thumb up, back. Okay, back to your angle. just straight down. Work on that. Okay, now put your fingers on the ankle and then measure 4 fingers up from the bone, 1 inch down, 3 in mid. Okay? Okay, now we're done with the feet, okay? So this is actually the, what we call the earth region. What's touching the earth, absorbing energy from the earth. We're going to work on the top of the head, which is the heaven, absorbing energy from the heaven. What's in the middle is what we call the being, the human being. And interestingly, this energy point here, very important one, is called the palace of labor. So as a being, we labor between the heaven and the earth. Huh? Okay, now how do we find this one? This is the pericardian energy line. This palace of labor belongs to the energy line. So you take the middle finger, where it touches, move over so that the in between the 2 fingers, the 2 bones, okay? Energy points are always between bones and between muscles. So work on that. Okay, maybe even use the edge of your thumb, work on that. Now, same place but another finger over. So now it's between the ring finger and the pinky. This is the heart. Work on that. Clear the blockage, create harmony. Same thing on the other side. Fold the middle finger and then move over so you're in between the 2 fingers. And then now move over 1 finger so you're between the ring finger and the pinky. Okay. Another 2 energy line point, very important. This one actually belongs to the large intestine and it's called the merging valley. So you take your thumb and your index finger, you feel the valley between them, and just before you reach the end of the valley, you press towards the thumb. This one hurts. This is a very, very important energy point. Okay, now same thing on the other side. Merging valley, find the valley, go into the valley. Just before you reach the end of the valley, press towards the thumb. Okay, this clear up your large intestine energy line. The intestines, they're not just waste management. The intestines are actually a digestive system. Your small intestines is responsible for digestion, fermentation. Huh? Okay, one last point. I only do it because it's just so much fun. Now you take your hand, like you're shaking hand with yourself, you put them together, and then you take your index finger, you go over, where the tip of the finger touches is the energy line. This is part of the lung. And now, same thing on the other side. Okay? All right. So this is done. We're done with the being, or the palace of labor. This is how you live between the heaven and the earth. Now we're back to the heaven. We now go to the heaven. So to do this right, you have to sit properly, let the energy rise, let the yang energy rise from the bottom of your torso, upper torso, all the way up to the top of your head, and circle back, and then let the yin energy line, and let them go back and forth like this. Okay, so you sit properly, open your shoulder, bring up your spine, lean back your forehead, tuck in your chin, the entire body lean back slightly, let the energy flow, and now take your fingers vertical, okay, on top of your head, like this. Okay, get ready, 50 times, gently. Okay, now that we have cleared up the energy, clear up all the blockage on the secondary energy line, we're ready to do the same for the primary, which we started to do with deep breathing and stretching, but now we're going to do it for real. We're going to now focus on abdominal breathing using your diaphragm, okay? So we're going to just do 2 exercises to help with our abdominal breathing, help with our diaphragm. So the first one, we sit properly, relax, completely relax. Relax of your mind, relax of your thinking mind. In the West, we tend to think that the intellect is your entire intellectual system. Like your brain is your entire intellectual system, which is not true. Your intellectual system consists of the spine as well. All your nerve ends in the spine before they get delivered to your brain. So in the West, we don't really talk about how to stop thinking. Stop thinking. Why would you do that? It's not that we want to stop thinking, it's that we want to enhance a sensation. We want to enhance a feel. We want to experience the universe as it is. So to do that, you have to temporarily stop your thinking. We want to feel a body, feel a hand. Let the hand rise up in front of you. Follow the hand, and then bring the hand in, follow the hand, and then let the hand drop and relax. We're going to coordinate it with our breathing. Breathe very slow, very steady with the nose. Breathe in. Bring it towards the body, and then breathe out. Notice that there's a space. There is a period of time where you don't do anything between the in-breath and the out-breath. You don't need to hold your breath. You just have to relax. Okay? Relax. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax. Breathe in. Now, cross your fingers, one in front of another. Observe your hand in front of you, and as you open, breathe out. Track your hand with your eyes, and then breathe in. Bring it towards your body. Breathe out. Sit up straight, okay? Breathe in. Open, breathe out. Breathe in. Bring it towards your body. Breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. Open, breathe out. Bring it towards your body. And then breathe out. Now relax. We're going to relax for 1 minute. Try to stay focused on your breath. Quiet your mind. Don't use this mind to try to solve problems, domestic or otherwise. Just focus on your breath, one breath at a time. Knowing that your breathing is enough. Knowing that I'm breathing in. Knowing that I'm breathing out. One breath at a time, relax. Open your eyes. We're going to continue with the exercise. This one is called the butterfly. Sit up straight, open your shoulder, relax. Let your hand guide your mind. Open. Back of the hand touching. Come back down. Embrace yourself. No need to hunch forward, okay? If you hunch forward, then you're putting pressure on your lungs. So you don't need to hunch forward like this. Just down like this, okay? Now, breathe in. Breathe out. See, as you collapse your lung, I ask you to breathe out. So the diaphragm is actually being pushed up. As you expand your lung, I ask you to breathe in. Same thing. Sorry. Sorry. Let me start again. Breathe in. Breathe out. So as you expand, you breathe out. So that means you have to lift up your diaphragm. As you compress your lung, you breathe in. That means you're forcing down your diaphragm. Okay, so don't even need to think about it. Just do what I said. Open, breathe in, breathe out, and then come down. Open. Come down, breathe in. Breathe out. Okay. Let me start over again because my mind was somewhere else. I was thinking about a comment that someone made about my wife doing the dishes. The problem is that I have this fancy mic called the Sennheiser mic. It picks up everything in my house. So I'm thinking about it and I'm saying, oh man, I have to explain to her to just stay quiet. And then she's going to yell back at me and says, don't you want dinner? So let me start over again. Okay, sorry about that. All right, butterfly. Butterfly, okay? Get ready. Breathe in. Breathe out. 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 Okay, so in the future, in case you get confused like I just did, when you compress your lung, you want to breathe in. Your lung is already compressed, but you still want to breathe air in, which means that now is the time to open the diaphragm. And when you expand your lung, and still you want to breathe out, that means it's time to push up the diaphragm. That's the physics of it, okay? All right, so now we'll come to the end, which is our last sitting. The sitting comes in 3 steps. So, it comes in 3 steps. Comes in 3 steps. Okay, you can see me now? Good. First step has to do with the posture. The second step has to do with abdominal breathing. And the final step has to do with mindfulness of the 4 elements, which I explained this morning. And you should catch it on the video. Okay? Go to our YouTube channel. So let's focus on the first part. We're going to sit properly. We sit like the bell, which means that our feet is the pedestal. And if your feet is not touching the floor or the mat, put some pillows so you're not using any of your muscle. Okay? When we sit, we enhance the earth element, not the fire element. That's the first step. The second step is just relax your hands. Don't try to use your hand too much, okay? If you must, you can use mudra, but is better than just relax. So you're not using any muscle. If you try to use your muscle, you end up using your brain. Okay, that's the opposite of what we're doing, because we want to relax the brain. Then it comes the most important part, which is the spine. So stretch your spine as if someone is pulling the hair on top of your head. We sit like the bell, so the spine is the clapper in the middle of the bell. It needs to be hang from the ceiling. So stretch the spine. And then now open your shoulder and relax your shoulder. Then we want to lean back the forehead, putting the weight of our head on our shoulder. Now we want to tuck in the chin so that the top of the head is facing the sky. The top of the head is called the 100 meat. The bottom of the upper torso is called the yang meat. All the yang energy lines goes to the top, all the yin energy line goes to the bottom. Okay, so we want to align the top of the head with the bottom of the upper torso. Now at this point, I want you to lean forward. And then I want you to lean back, but as you lean back, hold your hip so that the hip is forward and the upper torso is actually back, leaning back. Now what you're doing is you're putting pressure on the adrenal, temporarily shutting the adrenal from putting out any more stress hormone, forcing the body to go into the parasympathetic, the rest and digest mode. So you continue to lean back like you just fall over, like you're about to fall over. Now your spine is actually pointing directly to the sky. We call this the one pillar supporting the sky. So continue to tuck in your chin, relax your eyelid, and now take the tongue, tip of the tongue. Don't push it, just slightly touch the roof of your mouth, where the roof of your mouth reach and the teeth comes together. Once you're in this parasympathetic mode, you're reactivating your saliva gland. You're generating a lot of saliva, so it's important to hold this position so that the saliva goes into your stomach and not into your lung. That's why when you meditate with people, often people will cough because they didn't realize that they're generating so much saliva. They sometimes choke on it. Okay. Now, having the tip of your tongue touching the roof of your mouth actually also provides electrical function, which I will explain in a minute. This is actually how the baby positioned, at least the part about the tongue. That's why when you see a newborn, next time when you get to see a newborn, when the mother is not looking, open the mouth and you see that the baby actually, the tip of the tongue is touching the roof of the mouth. Now this is the first part. This is just a proper sitting posture. Now you as a being is now sandwiched between the sky and the earth. Okay? This is actually a very relaxing position. You're totally stress-free, at least from the physical standpoint. Now we're going to come back to abdominal breathing. So by now, after all this talking, you have lost some of the momentum. So we need to regain that momentum by doing some deep breathing. So open your mouth slightly. Blow air through your mouth. As you blow air through your mouth, you feel that your stomach is being emptied out. Diaphragm is being lifted up. Empty, the stomach is collapsed. And then now relax. Let the air comes in through your nostril on its own. You feel that your stomach is open again. So next time when you breathe in, just open your stomach. Next time when you breathe out, just collapse the stomach. We call this intentional breathing. So there's a saying in Chinese that if you want to relax your mind, relax your breathing. If you want to relax your breathing, relax your posture. Relax your body. Start with the body, then the breathing, then the mind, one step at a time. So now you're doing abdominal breathing, actually pushing and tucking all the internal organs, putting yourself in this rest and digest mode. Abdominal breathing is the one thing that all spiritual practices have in common, because they all discover the same secret. This is the second part, just relaxing, focusing on your breath. The third part is about how to make use of the free electrons that you generate in the Dan 10, the field of fire. You generate electrons because you are exercising the small intestines, which are very, very long, have lots of surface area, and it's piezoelectric. Now what we want to do is we want to guide those electrons up the spine and then down from the top of the head back to the bottom of the upper torso. There's a very good way to visualize this qi. The Chinese actually believe that the body, the important part of the body, is what's called the essence. So when they talk about the body, the mind, and the qi, the word for the body actually is essence. They believe that all internal organs possess essence. They're a limited supply of essence. They were given to you when you were born. And if you misuse them or abuse them, they're gone forever. All organs have essence, particularly the one that comes in pairs, especially our reproductive organ. Especially our kidney, which is the seed. It looks like a seed, doesn't it? The seed of life. The essence of the kidney is what manufactures the marrow in the spine. Next one is the lung, which comes in left and right. Next one is the ear. Next one is the mother of all essence, which is our brain, which also comes in left and right. The brain matter is actually made of marrow. That's what the Chinese believe. It's part of the marrow. And the eye, these are all the organs that have left and right. And all we're going to do is travel in between them. So let's go back, calibrate our posture, stretch your spine, open the shoulder, relax, lean back the forehead, tuck in the chin, take the tongue, slightly touch the roof of the mouth. Imagine you are back into your mother's womb, the only time of your existence that are truly stress-free. And imagine how the essence developed while you were inside your mother's womb, starting with the reproductive organ. Your gender is the first thing that gets developed, and you know that. So let's focus on the bottom of our spine, or bottom of upper torso. Focus on this energy point called the yin meat, which is in between our reproductive organ and the opening of the bowel. Now we're going to move up from the back, move it up to the bottom of the spine. We're going to check and maintain pressure on the adrenal by making sure that our hip is forward, but the back of the entire body is back. As we travel up the spine, we visualize the kidney. As we travel up the spine, we visualize the lung, left and right. As we travel up the back of the head, we visualize the ear, left and right. And now we come to the brain. Between the left brain and the right brain, there's a region called the longitudinal fissure. It's like the Grand Canyon between the two brains. It's actually the resonance chamber, very little understood. It is by using this chamber that will allow us to provide the electrical potential that directs the current from our intestines, from our dantian all the way up to the top of our head. We continue to our forehead, down the bridge of our nose, visualizing, imagining our eyes, left and right. Now to the bridge of our nose, down to the tip of our nose. And now we have the tongue that is providing the electrical circuit that allows us to travel down to our chin, down to our throat, down to our chest, our belly button, all the way down to our reproductive organ again. Okay? All right, so that's what we're going to do. That's the path. That's the journey. So again, let's go back to the posture. Open our shoulder, straighten up our spine, lean back the forehead, tuck in the chin. Let's go back to our breath. If you can't feel your breath, do your deep breathing. Feel your breath. Open your stomach when you breathe in. Compress your stomach when you breathe out. As you breathe in, you feel the freshness of the air coming in through your nostril. You feel all the positive energy. You start at the bottom of your upper torso. You bring all that positive energy up your spine, all the way up to the top of your head, visiting all the critical organs, the ones that have left and right, all the way to the top of the head. As you breathe out, you start at your forehead. You feel the dampness of the air that you breathe out. You feel all the negative energy. So now it's opportunity to take all your negative energy away from your brain and just let them settle down by the weight of the negative energy. As it comes down, you feel the weight on your feet, as if all the negative energy is being absorbed by the earth. Then when you breathe in again, goes from the bottom of your spine, very slowly go up. Bring your body with you, stretch your spine, open your shoulder, lean back your forehead, tuck in your chin. When you reach the top of your head, when you reach the forehead, let the negative energy sink on its own. As it sinks, lean back slightly as if you're getting out of the way, and just let it naturally drop to the feet. Okay? So it's actually 7:20, so we're going to do this for 3 minutes on your own. Commit to 3 cycles at one time. And when you're finished with 3 cycles, recommit to 3 more. And pretty soon, you're going to feel that flow of energy from your spine to the top of your head and come down. And now you don't have to do anything. You just follow the energy. This is what we call the wandering dragon chasing the pearl. Just relax, no expectation, no thinking. Just feel. Focus but relax. Slow down your breathing, okay? Slow it down. Okay, open your eyes. It ran a little long today. I was doing too much explanation and talking. And but just one more thing is that people often ask me, says, Denny, are you teaching Qigong? Are you teaching Tai Chi? What are you teaching? And I said, well, I teach a little bit of everything because when you get down to it, Tai Chi and yoga and whatever you can name it, they're really the same. They're all the same, particularly with yoga. In fact, I believe that the meditation is an extension of the yogic practice, right? Because Bodhidharma, as well as the original Buddha, they were all yogi. And the word yoga means the harness. It's the harness that you put in front of the oxen so that they can travel in a synchronous fashion. So it's the word that they use to explain how the purpose of the yogic practice is to bring the mind and the body as one. And so in our case, the body and the mind is brought together with qi, which is the harness, right? So that's what we do. So one more thing before we leave, and because most of us are going to bed pretty soon, okay? I have to go enjoy my wife's dinner. We're going to massage the head, comb my hair, relax. Okay, now we're going to massage the back of the neck using our right hand, 4 fingers, reach all the way, and just massage it very gently. Do the same thing with the other hand. Massage it very gently. Now we're going to massage the top of a ear, which has a lot of energy points. Interestingly, the energy points on the ear is independent of the 12 secondary line. They're just like that. Now we're going to reach in, but not into your just touching this, okay? And massage. And then now massage your ear loop. And a lot of us suffer from high blood pressure, so this is a good place to a good thing to do. So the back of your ear has a lot of energy points, and what you want to do is you want to use your hand as a blade, and as you swipe forward, stretch your ear a little bit. Okay, this is good for high blood pressure. Okay. Now we're going to work on the front of our face, starting with the nose. So take 2 fingers, put it outside the nose and massage. And just relax. Tell yourself to relax. And then now we're going to use 2 fingers from the corner of our eye, light but firm, all the way down to the corner of the mouth. Tell yourself to relax. Relax. Now use your right thumb, put it under your left eye, starting with the corner all the way to the tail, just right below the eye bag. There's a lot of energy point there. And now do the same thing on the other side. And now we come to this point here, which is the intercept of the yang and the yin. It's 1/3 of the way down. Now I want you to use 2 fingers. Okay. If anyone ever passed out in front of you, you just work on this one. Just press really hard. That will wake them up. Open your shoulder, relax. We're going to pull our fingers. Our fingers are connected to the 5 critical organs: the heart, the lung, the liver, the spleen, and the kidney. Okay, so we want to relax them, pull them one at a time. And then now we want to work on the fingernail. Massage the fingernail one at a time, relax. And now the right hand. Okay, now we're going to sit upright, relieve any pressure from your lung. We're going to take any of the trap chi, bad chi, and the bottom 1/3 of the lung. We're going to take it all out, okay? Okay, ready? Okay. Hi, Josh.
Oldest Denny, what's going on? Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining. That was good, as always.
Yeah.
As
So,
usual, I should say, not always.
harness the body and the mind as one. Yes, that's right, Dawn. Okay. All right. So I'll see you guys next week. And I'm sure there are questions I didn't see. I really wasn't paying attention, but I would prefer, unless there's some questions that we must answer right away, I would prefer that you ask them again in a circle. Okay. So go to DennyKmiu.com/circle. And also, Josh and I did an interview on Tuesday, and you should go check that out too. It talks about the body, the mind. That's materiality versus mentality. Okay, so go to DennyKmiu.com/AUA. Ask us anything. Okay. Of course,
Denny,
there's
I
a.
didn't really see any questions, so I think we're all good.
Well, good. Okay. All right. With that, I'll see you next week. Thank you. Thank you, Josh. That was a good week. Again, this means, what does this mean? Respect, humility, and gratitude. Thank
Very
you for
welcome,
everyone.
Denny. Thanks,
Thank you,
everybody.
everyone.